I am Courtney Utenbosch, and I am with the Family Resource Network called Aspen Commons in Southwest Calgary. And I am putting together a little video where we're gonna make some slime. Just giving you a few ideas, different craft ideas that you can do. Hopefully you have all the ingredients at home. If you don't, you can likely pick them up at the grocery store, so you should be good to go. So the three main things that you will need is food coloring. And you actually don't even need this if you're okay with the slime being kind of a neutral color, depending what kind of glue you have. The only glue I could pick up was the clear stuff. Usually I use white glue, and so you would either have like white slime or clear if you don't have food coloring. And then the other thing I have, and this is massive, but Tide liquid detergent. It doesn't have to be Tide, just liquid detergent. I put it in a little container so that way I don't have to deal with that jug. But what you do is, to start off, get yourself a little bowl. I like putting it already in a little jar so I can put a lid on it, and then I can open it up and fidget with it anytime I want. So, put some glue in there. And I'm just making a little bit of slime today. You can kind of do however much you like. I suggest starting off with a small amount, and then once you've kind of mastered it, then go big. So I just filled it up just a little bit there to fill kind of the bottom of the jar. Now, typically I would use popsicle sticks, but I don't have any. So I'm gonna use the back of a spoon because this I find is a bit too wide. It's nicer if you just have a small little stick. Today I'm gonna go with maybe turquoise. So just one drop of blue. Depending how dark you want it, you can do however much you want. And then one drop of green. Awesome. Okay, and then you can stir that in, and you'll notice mine starting to go the turquoise kind of color. And since this is blue, it does get a little blue tinge if you don't have any color in there already. So glue's all mixed in. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add a very little bit of the activator, which is Tide. Just do a little bit. It's easier to add more Tide than it is glue. And then you'll notice it starts to kind of form globs. And once it's formed a hard glob where with the end of your spoon you can pull it out all in one, pull it off, and then just start kind of massaging it. And just pull it apart and keep playing around. And you'll notice it's still pretty sticky to my fingers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dip my finger in the Tide, put some on there. And like I said, the less Tide, the better, because you can always add more Tide. It's kind of hard to add more glue. And it's already starting to now just stick to itself and not my fingers as much. So I'm gonna take a teensy bit more. If you add too much Tide, it'll go pretty hard and it won't be as smooth as you want it to be. And already, it's less sticky. There we go. And then by this time, it can already kind of get the little pieces of slime that you have all over your fingers off. And then I'll actually even add a teensy bit more Tide, not too much. Just because I want it to be a little bit harder, because then it's easier to pull out of its container and fidget with later. Awesome. So that's pretty much it. And then the nice thing is, I'll wash my spoon, but it's already in its container, so we're good to go. Cool, thanks for watching.